So, how's everybody doing this morning? So, I got the webcam, I've got the coffee, and today we're going to talk about improving your double stroke rolls. So, disclaimer time, I am not a great rudimental drummer. I would say I'm average, maybe slightly above average. Now, what makes me qualified to tell somebody how to improve their double strokes? Well, 5-6 years ago, my double strokes were horrid. So I've gone from horrid double strokes to average double strokes. So I think that makes me qualified. So when I first decided, a few years ago that I was going to get serious and really improve my doubles, I found what was actually hindering me the most from getting better was I didn't understand rebound. So your first step is you have to understand how rebound works. And to help you understand how rebound works, we're going to take a trip back to 5th grade science, okay? So Newton's law of physics is, I think it was Newton. I know YouTube scientists are going to skewer me for this. So if it wasn't Newton, I'm sorry, I don't know. But I do remember this. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So how that applies to drums is this. All right, check this out. This is how hipster I am. I have a I don't know if you can see that there. I have a WFL practice pad. I don't remember where I got this thing. Apparently in one of my vintage drum deals a while back. So I can't find my real feel pad. So that's why I'm using this. All right, let's take a look at the pad so I can actually demonstrate how this is going to work. All right, let's get it right there. Okay, so for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Meaning when this stick comes down, it's going to make contact with the pad and it's going to bounce back up. So it's going to return to your, ideally, you want it to return to your starting position. So something like this. Okay, next law of physics, going back to 5th grade science, is, pull this up here, is an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force, okay? So meaning, when that stick comes down, right, and boom, it's coming back up, it's going to want to come back all the way to here. Now, if I let go, it would fly out of my hand, okay? So my hand is actually an outside force, stopping it from continuing it on. So when we're doing fast double strokes, okay, the faster we're doing them, obviously the less we want the stick to come back. So we want to start that outside force sooner. How do we do that? We do it by using our fingers. All right, so I'm going to really, really, really oversimplify this, okay? To first understand this is you got to have a little bit of a knowledge of fulcrum, okay? And fulcrum was, once again, we're going back to 5th grade science. So you want to find the sweet spot in the stick or the fulcrum, and that's where you want to start your grip, okay? I always say in Vic Firth's, it's right about where the American flag is. So it's about 1/3 of the way up the stick. Now what that fulcrum is doing is it's actually acting as a hinging point, okay? So the stick is hinging back and forth, yada, da, da, da. It's moving nice and smoothly. We're not back here, okay? So if we're back here, the stick isn't going to hinge as smoothly. It's not going to want to come up. If we're up here, that's just weird. So if we're at that fulcrum, if we're at that sweet spot of the stick, it's going to come back easily, and then we're going to be able to send it down using our fingers. That's where finger control comes in, okay? So, oversimplification. The stick, boom, it's coming down, right? And now it's popping back up, and I'm going to start using these fingers to send it back down. Now, the tendency with a lot of younger drummers, kids that come in for lessons with me, is they put their pinkies out. And they do everything using bounce and squeeze. I call it bounce and squeeze, all right? And it's like well, you're literally squeezing out a roll. You're pinching with your sticks, and it's causing this sound. So when somebody's doing their doubles in that fashion, they're not using their fingers, and what they're getting is it's a mashing. I guess I would call it mashing sound, where you're not getting that clean double, you're getting this. Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm using everything as my index finger and my thumb, and it's that. That's how I used to do my doubles. So now that I've bored you all to death with my 5th grade physics lesson, let's talk about some exercises you can do to make this better. All right, and I can already see the comments now. Well, your doubles didn't sound that good, because we all know that the best drummers in the world aren't in Nashville or up on a stage somewhere. They're in the comments of a YouTube channel. I never said I had great double strokes. What I said at the beginning of the video was I have mediocre double strokes. What I'm saying is I have improved exponentially because of these exercises. The first thing I did was I bought this book and I started putting some real time into it. It's George Lawrence Stone's Stick Control for the Snare Drummer. And what I would do is I would do exercises 1 through 72, all right, the first 3 pages of this book, and I would set a tempo, all right, and I would concentrate on keeping my doubles and my singles sounding clean rather than playing them fast, because you don't get any points for playing something fast badly. So keeping everything sounding clean, I would do 1 through 72, and then I would bump it up 1 tempo. So let's say I was at 100 BPM, set at 16th notes. I would do all 72. And I wouldn't go on to, from, like, say, if I was having trouble at 66, I wouldn't go on to 67 until I could do it cleanly for, like, 100 times through, all right? And then I go on to the next one. I get all 72, go back, bump it up 1 BPM. This is not something you're going to do over the course of weeks. This is something that you're going to spend years working on. Just use it as a warm-up exercise. I'm not going to demonstrate all 72 of those because it'll literally take all day. But what I do want to talk about is this next one that I did was... it's doubles, but you're accenting the second stroke of the double, okay? So, because everybody's second stroke is usually weaker than the first, so what this is, it's training your muscles to hit that second one a little harder, so the theory being eventually they will be the same when you get to a higher speed. All right, let's get the pad in here in a little bit. I'm just going to demonstrate that. So, I would do this just like the Stone book. Set up, a metronome, say 16th at 100 BPM. Or whatever you could comfortably do this cleanly at, and just do it for, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or whatever, So first, second. So if this is all the faster you can do it, this is all the faster you can do it. The important thing is like I said, it's form over speed. It's quality over speed. You're not getting any points for doing it fast badly. Next one I would do would be singles to doubles. So I would do set a metronome once again, okay, 16th notes at 16th notes, and I would do 1 eanda, 2 eanda as single stroke rolls, and then 3 eanda, 4 eanda as double stroke rolls, making my singles sound making my doubles sound just like my singles rather. So it would be something along these lines. So 1 eanda, 2 eanda. Once again, you're not going to get any points for doing it fast badly, okay? So concentrate on being clean. The last one is the triple stroke roll. And a triple stroke roll is just like it sounds like. It's something about this to me that really, this is kind of what really opened up doors, is, the first stroke obviously is easy, the second stroke is a little harder, and the third stroke obviously is very hard. So it teaches you to utilize the rebound to get 3 separate strokes. So, and like I said, I want it to sound like ba 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 triple the triple the triple. So I would set a metronome, let's say 140 to about there. Then slowly speed it up, making sure that I get 1 2 3 1 2 3 are all even sounding. All right, thanks for watching. This video actually turned out to be a lot longer than I wanted it to. I was actually planning on just doing like a 5-minute video real quick, but the physics portion and understanding rebound is so important to being able to do quality double stroke rolls that, without that knowledge base, you're never, everything else is, you could sit here and do the paradiddles or the triple strokes or whatever until the cows come home. You're never going to fully grasp how to get a clean double until you understand how rebound works and how to use it to your advantage. All right. Hope you guys liked the video. Please click subscribe if you like what I'm doing. I will talk to you guys later.